What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Keys, and I'm back with another video. Today we will be reacting to um the Darren Wimpy Kid main character Greg Heffley, and this video was requested from my girlfriend. Greg Heffley was actually a narcissist. I have no idea what this is about. This seems interesting, so let's get into it.
A narcissist. A word born from Greek mythology, originating from a man named Narcissus, a beautiful hunter who was punished by the gods for falling in love with his own reflection. Merriam-Webster's dictionary describes it as someone who is extremely self-centered and has an exaggerated sense of importance. Narcissists are people who exhibit attention-seeking behavior, people who expect others to recognize their quote-unquote superior qualities. They lack empathy, have a grandiose sense of self, and most importantly, they exploit others. Now, I have one question for you. After listening to everything that I just said, I have one question for you. Importantly, they exploit.
Come on, bro. Cardi slander gotta stop. No Cardi slander allowed.
Others. Now, I have one question for you. After listening to everything that I just
Cardi, yes, he might be a narcissist. He might be a narcissist, but he's still the GOAT, so don't disrespect him.
video for you.
I can look into the video.
These are just jokes, man. Last video, I got too many comments calling me an idiot, saying, I need to know what the definition of a psychopath means. I spelled psycho wrong in the thumbnail. The last one was right, but, still, relax, dog. It's not that deep. I'm just here to entertain y'all and make sure everybody has a good time. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff I point out may be a little true. I'm just talking, bro. I'm yapping, bro. Anyway, let's begin. Alright, so just like I mentioned in the intro, there are several characteristics of a narcissist, but I want to pay closer attention to these three right here, because Greg here doesn't just showcase all of these traits. He puts on a masterclass. Grandiose sense of self, a lack of empathy, and exploitation of others. I'm going to take you guys step by step and show you that this right here is a tier 1 narcissist. Let's go. Right off the bat, not even 5 minutes into the first movie, he starts propping himself up by shitting on his so-called best friend Rowley, basically calling him a loser, for liking Santa, playing with toys, and liking Justin Bieber. Just straight dogging him for being an 11-year-old, right? But what are Greg's interests? What motivates Greg? What does Greg want? The answer? Nothing. It's very important to know that what a narcissist wants at
What are we getting into this video? I'm lost.
Its core.
Is he talking about him out of the movie or him in the movie?
What it craves is power. Like a normal person is going to work towards something. For instance, somebody wants to help people, so they go into the medical field and they learn about caring for others. But with a narcissist, anything that they do is not necessarily driven by a passion or a hobby, but it is mainly driven by the desire for power or status. And this little shot right here represents that, because this isn't Greg, just yapping, talking about his life. No, this is the world of his true desires, the status of being rich and famous. But it's never implied what he does. It just says Greg Heffley rules, because this little nigga has no aspirations in life. He only wants to be at the top of the food chain. And that's basically what this entire movie is about. Him trying to social climb his way to being the most popular person in school by any means necessary.
Okay, yeah.
Which takes me into point number 2. Starting off with one of this movie's biggest scenes, the football scene where Rowley gets his arm broken.
Yep.
And that only happens because Greg's total disregard for the potential danger. In fact, Greg was supposed to go first, but he pulled the excuse of, oh, no, my leg is tired, as if Rowley's leg was not tired. He disregarded, Rowley's experiences and shit. And even after he breaks it, he didn't even think it was a big deal. He was like, chill out, bro. You all right, bro? Get up. You be all right. You tough. And he really does not give a fuck, like, at all, until He sees the attention
with all
that
the
Rowley is
girls.
getting from the girls and just everyone.
Bro, is he playing the Mario? Bro, he's playing like the Mario Final Boss song, like instrumental in the back.
In general. So
I
what
didn't hear
does
that in so
Greg do?
long.
Fakes his own injury and tries to impress the girls. And at several points before this, he openly disrespects Rowley's interests and tries to make him into something he's not to better serve as an assist, I don't know the word, but it just to better like help him rise to power. And take that whole Zooey Mama shit that Rowley came up with for an example. Greg was hot for 3 reasons. Number 1, he didn't come up with it.
Yep.
2, it took off. And 3, he thought that his was way better. He thought Rowley was just not capable of coming up with some shit that would go viral, you know what I'm saying? Which goes back to point 1, which is his grandiose sense of self. But most importantly of all the shit that he does to Rowley is the safety patrol incident, where Greg, who started this shit,
the Mario instrumental in the back is throwing me off.
With high schoolers, you know, on Halloween, he tries to hide from them the next.
Nah, this scene right here when they was hiding those kids, in a little ditch, that was probably the not scary. I mean, when I first watched it when I was a kid, it was kind of iffy because it was scary. And then I think it was 3 or 4 guys that was looking for Greg and Rowley. They was trying to capture him. I remember.
Next day, takes the kids and throws them into a ditch, which gets both of them in trouble. He forces Rowley to take the blame for it and gets him kicked off the team. And Rowley is like, nah, fuck that shit. We're done. You're cut. Yep. You know what I'm saying? He kept climbing up the social ladder just naturally, being a regular cool ass dude. And Greg got thrown down to that Fragley tier. And once he realized, like, oh shit, my plan is cooked, he was quick as fuck to touch that cheese and save his spot. Like, I'm telling y'all, dog, Greg do not even like this nigga for real. So number 3 don't really got nothing to do with Rowley, but everything to do with Roderick. And as we all know,
Greg and Roderick, they had like a little animosity going between each other. And in the early ones, they didn't really like each other.
Got that bum ass band. So, you know, boom. Greg and Roderick been beefing for a hot minute.
Yeah.
You know, they're brothers, but still, it's free smoke. I'm sure anybody with a sibling within their age range can relate. What I'm trying to say is Greg does not fuck with Roderick until Roderick's capabilities align with Greg's interests. So looking at the 3rd movie, he's been chasing after Holly Hills for 2 movies now. And he has gained very little ground. But he knows that her older sister, is having a party, and that the only way that he can get access to Holly is if he.
I ain't really think about that until this nigga saying that. This nigga got a good point right here. Even though him and his brother ain't fuck with each other, he wanted to get at her sister, so he used Roderick as the leverage. Okay.
He has an in to the party. Yeah. So he gasses up Roderick to bring his band and play for the party. Now, it's important to note, we the viewers rock with loaded diaper. You know what I'm saying? This is culture right here. But in the context of the source material, in the context of the movie, they suck ass. And Greg knows this. But Greg is a narcissist. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get to Holly, to get what he wants. But before I talk about the result, let me just point something else out. You could make the argument that Greg doesn't even like Holly for Holly. Like, he's not really like into Holly. He's after her because of the status he can gain by having her by his side.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, his whole purpose in the first movie is trying to get like #1 ranked in his middle school. You know, he's trying to be the most popular dude. And while that goal is never really addressed that much, you know, in the 2nd and the 3rd movie, it's still there. You can see it. You can see it in his eyes. He still has that desire. And, you know, narcissists are savage. Anything they want, they will try to get. Which is why Greg, like, blatantly lies to his dad about, like, finding some productive shit to do during the summer. Whole time, he's bumming it out at this country club, trying to get closer to Holly. Yeah. And he's willing to go as far as letting his older brother embarrass the fuck out of himself. But guess who got what they wanted? And you know what's crazy? That's not the first time that's happened too. Because in the 2nd movie, at the end, you know, his band finally got to play and shit. And, you know, they kind of bombed, but, you know, his mom was going crazy. And Roderick wasn't really fucking with the footage. But Greg, trying to go viral, trying to social climb, posted it online. And, you know, you could make the argument that he usually redeems himself at the end of the movies. But when you really...
In the beginning, this nigga had me lost, but this nigga is cooking. All his points is valid. Greg was trying to, Greg was trying to be the most popular. And he would have done anything and pulled any strings for it to get up that social like that social rank. My bad, my bad. I edit that out. Yeah, that's all his points is pretty valid,
Really
and the
think
video's not
about it,
over yet.
low key, he's really only doing it to regain the power that he once lost. I'm telling
Yep, and he was down on his bad. He was down on his worst, and he touched that cheese touch to get the school talking about him again. Yeah,
y'all, man, y'all gotta go back and watch these movies, man.
yeah.
You gotta really look at him and scan his player bill, but he's a narcissist. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this video today. I know this one was kind of short, but you know, that's just because I wanted to get something out there for y'all so y'all could enjoy it. I do have another one coming probably sometime next week.
This is a
It'll
whole
probably be
black
close to
screen.
the end of next week because I got finals and shit to prepare for. Or had someone try to take yours, then this next one's for you. But nah, I'm really enjoying making these. I hope y'all like this one too.
All right, that was a good video. At first, had a slow start, but I understood what everything he was saying. Now I have to rewatch the Darren Wimpy Kid and really look into it, into his vision, because the way he was like breaking it down, it really seems like Greg was out to get everybody and get what he wanted to be the top status, the toppest of the status. But yeah, this is a short video, short reaction. I love the short reactions. I might have 3 uploading tomorrow. I'm trying to drop 30 this month of January. So yeah, this is gonna be the first one that's uploaded for the reaction. This is a good, cool little reaction, nothing too serious. Yeah, QK, welcome to the QK family. If you're new, daily uploads. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and comment. Comment was your best part of the reaction, and also hit the noti bell. Yeah, we out.